Hey, you guys. So I know the Tell 'em Tuesday has been delayed, but the past week and a half has been like utter chaos. So, and then when I finally did feel that I was about to record the video, I realized that I needed to catch up on some of the shows. So once I caught up on the shows on my DVR, then I didn't feel like recording the video. So, and days have turned into over a week. So, sorry, you all. But I'm here now, and okay, Basketball Wives LA. Okay. Basically, there's some sausage neckage going on with some of the women on the show. And basically, the show is pretty boring. It's like they're having to create drama. Like this whole, Drea situation, with Jackie and Drea, and then now Laura and Drea. And I'm just like, basically I feel that they're jealous of Drea because she is naturally attractive. And I just feel that there's hate. And my whole thing with Jackie in that wedding, she was treating Drea like Drea was one of her close girlfriends. And also she was treating it as though this was her first time getting married. Boo, you get remarried every year. So she can catch you next year, all right, for number 17. It's really not that big of a deal when you do it yearly. Like, it's not like, it was your original wedding or like it was your 25th anniversary, something of that nature, which is more celebration worthy. But you have a ceremony every year, so big whoop. And also the fact that she had to ask the other girls if she should invite her. And then, I mean, if I was Drea, I wouldn't have went either. Because my thing is this: if you wanted me to come, you would have invited me of your own volition. You wouldn't have needed to be consulting with the other girls. And also, when Drea was like, she asked her if she would dance. I'm like, what kind of dance? Like, Jackie, And for those of you who don't know, her oldest daughter has a blog, and it is pretty doggone sad. Like, she really puts Jackie on blast, and I could completely see all of that being true because of the way Jackie seems to be so obsessed with her marriage with Doug. And I could completely, see her treating her eldest daughter the way she's claiming on the blog. And I'll put the link in the description box, so y'all check it out on your own time. Malaysia seems like she's another Susie with the running back and forth and telling. Gloria and the whole Botox at 25, like, give me a break. And Matt with the whole basically coochie coupon, okay, if I give you the money, I mean, please. Enough about that. The Tia and Tamara show, I really freaking love Tia. Tamara is a little too much for me to handle. I don't know. I am glad that she's kind of getting her career back on track. And I think actually she would be really good as like a like hosting a show or co-hosting a show. I think that would be great for her. She definitely has the look. So I think that's something that she maybe should explore if acting gigs aren't, falling in her lap. And it looks like on the next episode she's talking about having a baby. But then they were on the Wendy Williams show the other night, and she was saying that she's not ready to have a baby. So I don't know if it's the editing that makes it look that way, or if she's changed her mind or what. But on Wendy Williams, she said that she wants to be married for a while before she has a child. So we'll see about that. But yeah. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Something is wrong with Kim. Like, if I was Adrienne, I would have left her. Like, I'm sorry, but that was ridiculous. I so would have left her and just kept it moving, because she was clearly intoxicated or something, and people have business to handle. See, I don't think she understands that, because she's not a businesswoman. Adrienne is a businesswoman, and that was like a major issue, with the team, and possibly moving the team, and the Sacramento Kings and the fans, being upset. And I mean, it was just a high stress situation, and Kim being half drunk, and then all that talking would never shut up. Like, I was like, that was the wrong person to take, like, period. And then, she can show up for that, but she can't show up for her sister's charity event. Like, Taylor, she is extremely skinny, and she was on Dr. Phil. I don't know if y'all caught that, but when Dr. Phil asked her if she knew then what she knew now, if she would still do the show, and she said yes, I was like, okay. So I guess, your husband committing suicide wasn't enough to have you not be on the show. I understand that, there are some abuse allegations, but I don't know. I feel that, I think that she's sad because he left her in this predicament. I don't necessarily believe that she is as sad that he's gone. Because I really think that she wanted an out, and she wanted an out that she didn't necessarily have to initiate. So it seems that she's more upset about being stuck with, the financial turmoil and all of that, opposed to him no longer being here. That's just my, observation and my take on, how she reacted and how she was answering the questions. I don't know. She doesn't seem like a grieving wife, to me. It seems like most of the tears were selfish tears. Anywho, off of that, the Big C, oh my gosh, the season finale was like so freaking crazy. And I'm hoping they do not kill her husband off. I'm really hoping that, like, he temporarily died and they're able to resuscitate him, because that's going to be a hot mess. Teen Mom, all right, they did the part 1 of the after show. Of course, they didn't show Caitlyn and Tyler on the first part. They making us wait on that, because I'm really anxious to see what she says about him kind of second guessing their relationship, which I honestly think that they do need to spend some time apart, because I feel that they are too dependent on each other. Like, I think they really need to see how it is to be apart and really get to experience being a freaking teenager. Like, they really haven't been able to experience that. Like, Tyler pretty much had the father role, because his dad has been in and out of prison basically his whole life. So he kind of had to be the man of the house. Then he gets Caitlyn pregnant, as a teen. And so then he has the stress of teen pregnancy, giving the baby away for adoption. And, now they're living together. It's like, they've had no time to really be teens. And I really think they need that opportunity so that they can really see if they need to be together or not, because people change so much from teenage years to young adulthood. There's so many changes, and if you're with someone, you know, you've been with since you were 15 or 16 or whatever, once you turn 24 or 25 or whatever, you may realize, hey, you know, we've grown apart. Like, I'm not that person anymore. This isn't what I want. And so I really think that they need that time. Farrah and all the crying, I'm really tired of it. You know, I'm not surprised that she kind of changed her mind on the show about leaving Sophia with her parents, especially after she saw the playback of the clips and stuff. Sophia is so cute. She is so cute. And you know, I could only imagine, you know, how that would feel to have to decide if you want to leave your child with your parents or not. Clearly, that, you know, that's a hard decision to make. And I think, like her mom said, she's gonna just have to experience taking Sophia with her and seeing what it's like, because the thing is, she's going to be working and going to school, so she's really not going to have that much time with Sophia. And I think it's kind of unfair for Sophia to be sent in a daycare, you know, for pretty much all day, and then I don't know what Farrah will do at night, because clearly she's probably going to working a job that's, she has to work evenings, like waitressing or something like that. And where's Sophia going to go? So I really do think that she either needs to stay her tail at home, finish school at home, and then once she secures a job, then move. Okay, that's really the smartest thing to do. But she's just so gung-ho about leaving, and it's like, you're not thinking about the big picture. But, you know, sink or swim, I guess. Gary and Amber. It is so obvious that Amber is not really into Gary. I think if Amber does get back with Gary, it will be because she wants the family, just to have the intact family unit, but it won't really be because she's in love with him. I really don't feel that she's in love with him. I don't. And, you know, if there's any reconciliation, I truly think it will be because she just wants to have that intact family for their child. And, you know, so who knows how it's going to play out. I really wish that Gary would just move on. I mean, because clearly I really think if Amber wanted to be with him, she would, because it took her no time to get into a relationship with that other guy. So it's like, okay, if she didn't hesitate to get into a relationship with him, then, you know, when Gary asked her, you know, about getting back together, and she's like, we can't just go jumping back into a relationship, we need to be adults here. It's like, okay, well, you just jumped into a relationship with some Joe Schmo, you know, a few weeks ago. So he needs to move on. Yeah, I think, Awkward. Y'all, I really love that show. I don't think I've discussed it before on here, but I have really fallen in love with that show. I absolutely love it. The season finale was awesome, and it really makes you think, or it made me think, should you be in a relationship because your head tells you to, or should you be in a relationship because your heart tells you to? Because the one guy, you know, he was so into her, and he would be the more stable choice. But then the other guy, it was not stable, and that's who she really loved in her heart. So it's like, you know, you have to decide sometimes if you rather have stability or deal with the unknown for the person that you really admire. So I don't know, it definitely, you know, had me thinking a little bit. But that's it, because I know this video is longer than it should be. So I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.